Yeah, welcome back to the Firehouse for some more Firehouse reasoning. Today in the fire I'm going to be reasoning about the rights of women. And I don't want women to think that when I say I'm going to be reasoning about the rights of women, for women to believe that there is some rights that are women rights and some rights that are men rights, if you know what I mean. Because I've seen some, they call themselves feminine, and they are fighting for feminine rights. I too am fighting and speaking for the rights of my sister, like I said, my mother, my granddaughter, and my niece, and all my girlfriends then, and my sisters. You know what I mean? So, the rights of female are not different from the rights of male, you know what I mean? Like I just explained to a sister, when the sun is shining, it is not actually shining for male or female, or black and white for that matter. It's just that the topic of this reason will be the female principle, and the way it's the female is kept down here by what I say is the male principle, and that goes for whatever culture the female find themselves in, or whatever color they may have. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter where the females are on the planet. I say they are more or less got to be walking behind the men, as it was. For some reason, the men see them as the weaker sex. You see what I mean? Because we manifest in different bodies, innit? The female spirit is in a female. Where is it? One spirit is in a male body and the other one is in a female body. You know what I mean? Because bodies are not spirit anyway. You know, so I know a lot of women will think, what do you know about female rights? You're not a female. Because a woman has explained that to me, that I don't know anything about women, simply because I'm not a woman myself. Even though I spent 9 months in the womb of a woman. She's of the opinion that I know nothing of women. But I don't need to be a woman to know nothing about women, if you know what I mean. All I need to do is to understand the spirit. Because we are all one, innit? So I'm speaking from a, rather than a physical aspect of knowing woman and knowing what her body is like whenever she's going through a period, how her body feel when she have childbirth. I don't know about those things, you know, and that's just a physical matter. I'm not discussing the rights of women bodies. I'm discussing the right of women. You see what I mean? And a woman is a being, innit? So in other words, I'm discussing the rights of beings. But I want to like I said, focus on the female. Because we have male and female beings, innit? And I'm saying to the way how these two are supposed to balance. You know what I mean? Male and female are what produce life. Without them, nothing works. You know what I mean? So you can't have one going on as if it's greater than the other. Either the woman think it or the man think it. You know what I mean? But this happens, like I say, when we don't understand who we are as males and as females. If you understand what I mean. Because the way that we live in now, I say, I was having a reason with another one of my sisters, and the reasoning was about our natures then as human beings. You see what I mean? I say we have two nature. One of this nature is animalistic and the other one is spiritualistic. So you find that as we was reasoning, we come to the conclusion that most what we call humans are not humans yet. They are human animals with the potential to be human beings, if you know what I mean. So that means they look like what we call human beings, but act like animals. You know what I mean? And that is not to show disrespect to the animals. You know, they are just acting naturally. But this human animal is acting unnaturally, if you know what I mean. So he's actually behaving worse than an animal because it have the ability to behave higher than an animal then, if you want to know what I mean. But it doesn't. So there is not a lot of humans. There's a lot of human animals then. You see what I mean? Because most what we call human beings, male and female, are acting off their animal instinct. You see what I mean? So that means they are mostly looking for what I call romance. I like the name of that word. Romance. It sounds like something I say the Romans used to do. And I know that they have a lot of depraved behavior. You know what I mean? So these humans like to think that they are romantic then, as it was. So they are, because they are only dealing with their animalistic nature, they only deal with the physical, what they can see. If you see what I mean. So in their eyes, a woman is just a production machine, if you know what I mean, or a sex object. And likewise, and from the woman point of view, they are as well. So they will spend their whole life searching for what they claim to be love amongst this these kind of depraved behavior, where I say when you behave like a human animal. And that is not to say as well that we are making anyone now who is behaving as a human animal, that we are cursing them, or are trying to say that they are less than human beings. They are not. They are acting less than human beings. You know what I mean? They can change at any minute. Because we all was once acting in this undignified way, I say, until, well, a few of us realized that this was not the way for us to act, when we can choose to act spiritually and actually grow in our understanding of what it is to be a human being. You see what I mean? So you will find then in the world, like I say, it's greatly unbalanced, where the woman is a second-class citizen. But she's only a second-class citizen in the world of the human animals, where they don't know the rights, where the men there do not know men's rights, never mind knowing the rights of women. You see what I mean? Because they are living off their lower nature. They have not yet arisen to the higher nature that is within us. You see what I mean? That's why you will find in yourself that you are a positive and negative being. You have the potential to be. You see what I mean? So you can fall to the lowest level, or you can rise to the highest level. Now, what causes one to rise and fall? It's our behavior, our actions. You see what I mean? The minute you are stealing, lying, hating, jealous, greedy, spiteful, racist, you are falling. You see what I mean? The minute you start to cut those things out and learn to be honest, truthful, you see what I mean? You rise. You see, and discover what it is to be a human being, or what it is to be a man, or what it is to be a woman. You see what I mean? It is only from this position, when you rise out of the squalor, I say, that you can actually find out what true love is. You can't find it when you are in the squalor. You see what I mean? When you are where women are reduced to I would call it, exhibit their bodies, knowing that the body will attract gullible men. You see what I mean? So they now use the body as some power tool. You know what I mean? Because the very men who are keeping them down have a weakness for women body. Well, in a lot of cases they have a weakness for men body, you know. Because they exclude women, I say they exclude women from out of their gathering so much that they now and bleach your skin. The only reason for that is because the what I call the hue animals who have not yet developed spiritually has decided that those spirit are brothers, because we are all brothers, you know. We are all the same family. You see what I mean? But those brothers over there has decided that the standard of beauty is what we would call the white brothers then. And now you, the black brother, has decided that your looks are the black sister. For you to be accepted as beautiful, you have to look like them. You see what? Hence the fact why you have to straighten out your hair, doing all kind of damage to it with hot iron or curlers or whatever. Why you think? Not to look black, to look like them. Because you're not happy with yourself. If you was happy with yourself, even if you have no hair, you will be happy with your bald head. But you're not happy with your curly hair that the creative energy gives you, and you're not happy with your black skin either. You see what I mean? So you're bound to get lost that kind of a way, you know what I mean? And like I'm saying, we get lost in all kind of ways, because when we are fighting and keeping the feminine principle down, as males, this is how ignorant they are. What these ignorant hue animals don't know is that the woman that they are fighting against, they are a part of this woman. You know, understand? And the woman is a part of them. Because the male is made up of the female and the male principle, having a mother and a father. So he contained the principle with him in any way. You see what I mean? He's just projecting his hatred onto what we call the female out there, because he's got a hate within himself. You know? Because when you understand yourself, you will understand the male principle within yourself. It's as if many women, because men are acting all tough and hard, and because that's what they've been programmed to do, many women don't know that men have feelings. They think it's them alone who have feelings, or it's them alone who have to cry, who live with emotion and things. They're not the only one who live with any emotion and feelings or whatever. I do as well. I have feelings just like any woman have feelings, you know, because we're spirits in it, living in a body. So if you hit me, I feel it, and if I hit you, you feel it. What's the difference? You see, there's no difference. I see what I mean. The only reason why it appears different in the world is because, like I'm saying, those beings who have chosen not to live correctly and live by force have used their strength then, because naturally I say the male body is naturally, not in every case, but in general, more stronger than the female body. So because they are just physical beings, they are using their physicality to dominate, but they have not yet awake mentally. You see what I mean? Because if they was awake mentally, they would understand the law. If you know what I mean. And the law is, if you was the strongest man in the world, well, you are supposed to protect the weakest, not to use your strength to abuse them. You see what I mean? Otherwise, you're not a man, are you? So you're not a man because you're big and strong and you have muscles. You know what I mean? You might just be a hue animal. Still, it takes a great deal to learn the art of being a man or being a woman. You see what I mean? They say in one of their books that many are called and few are chosen. But because I'm a fire, I say no, it's wrong that. It's not many are called, it's all are called. Every single one of you are called. but only a few of you choose to go. They say that many are called and few are chosen. Now we switch that around, say no. No one can be chosen. And many imply that some are left out. So God don't leave anyone out. All are called, but only a few choose to go. If you know what I mean. Just like I'm telling you, that's a simple thing. Conscience is in everyone, prompting them to do the right thing. All of you, men and women, black and white, what you guys say? But how many of you listen? You don't listen to conscience. You want to know about Jesus, right? Buddha, Muhammad, I don't know, some greats, any greats out there. But tell me anyone, hands on heart, anyone who is willing to listen to conscience 1,000,000% and trust in that. Very few. You see what I mean? But when you are doing that, when you are ignoring conscience, you are ignoring the Supreme Master. Yeah, this master that I'm telling you about, that you are busy ignoring to follow what men tell you, or even what women tell you, is greater than any master that you could ever talk about who come out a woman. Whether it was Jesus, Muhammad, the Buddha. Because guess what? Conscience was in all of them as well, while they was passing through earth. And now that I am passing through earth and you, it's in you. And when we pass through earth and go, it will be in the rest of beings who are passing through. You see what I mean? So it's always here. You see how terrible and dreadful the one is. It's like the sunlight in the sky. All the beings who come on planet Earth receive the light from that sun. It's not another one. It's been the same from the beginning, wherever the beginning was. And the same way it is within man. The light of conscience has always been shining eternally within man. I'm not saying that, like I tell you, many are called and few, all are called and few choose to go. So not many answer the call of conscience. So not a lot of them did ever get to figure out their higher intelligence, as it was, even though we all have the higher intelligence within us. Even today somebody will say, some people say you are a great and wise man. And I have to say, there's nothing great and wise about me. Anything that I know or that I am saying, you too can know it because it's in you. Because what teach me is my conscience. When it's not mine, I don't own it. The conscience is not a personal thing. It's impersonal. It's in everyone. It's the sun in the sky. Who can say they own the goddamn sun? No one. You see what I mean? So no one can claim that they own conscience. Conscience is just a teacher within. You see? So if anybody should say, oh, you are great and you are this, I can just tell them that, listen, I learned it from conscience. You want to say something is great, wonderful, wise, but, well, it's conscience and it's true. You know what I mean? Because that's where I go to school. I'm actually a dummy when it comes to the outside school. You see what I mean? Now anyone can go to conscience to learn, because they don't have to travel. I didn't have to travel to Tibet or to Deepa Congo or to Mount Everest. I didn't have to go on any pilgrimage to encounter conscience, because wherever you are, it is right there. You see what I mean? You don't have to go nowhere to find it. Excuse I am in it. Yeah, you don't have to go anywhere to find yourself, you know. Yourself is right with you. The problem is you ignore yourself. You understand? You know that when I say you ignore yourself, say they give you the Bible or the Quran. That's not you yourself, is it? But you might spend years reading that and going on about what that say. You see what I mean? And making up lots of noise about what that say in that book. But you still don't know who you are. Because you've been studying a book. You are supposed to study you. Because the book comes from you. You don't get it. Even though I never write the book, yeah? That book still comes from me. Because it comes from out of man. And once you know yourself, you know man. So you will know if man is writing sense or nonsense. See how simple it is. So you don't actually have to know which man write it. All you have to do is know yourself. Once you know yourself and you hear anyone at all talking, no matter how, you will know if they have sense or they don't have any sense, you know. Because your eyes will be open. You see what I mean? So there is nothing, if there is any truth in the book or in any book, how the truth got there then is like a man live honestly and truthfully, you know, seeking, and because he was a writer, he write it down and they put it there. That's the only way. You know what I mean? God never inspire him like say God, he was in his house and God come in his house and say, listen brethren, I want you to write these things down, you know, and explain to people that it was I who tell you to do it. No, God doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? You change your ways and do what is right. When you see what is right yourself as a human being, you will begin to speak it and say it. You die for it. But it's not God who sent you to do it. Because God don't give orders. God gives free choice, if you know what I mean. What you do with your free choice is up to you. Like I say, you can choose to be a bad general. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that. That's entirely up to you what you want to be in this universe. You can decide that you are going to work for God. But God never asked you to do it though. It's just you who is going to decide that you are going to do it. Because you look into the world and you think, wow, humans shouldn't be living like this. It's not right. You know what I mean? And well, when you are like that, the soul is a thing that cannot stand what is not right. So it will fight and die for what is right. You see what I mean? So me sitting in front of the camera speaking, trying to wake people up, it's not because anyone sent me to do it or ordered me to do it. I do it from my own heart, if you want to call it. A lot of people like to go on about the heart and this and that and that. But I am a head man, you understand? The head rule, I run things from my head. That means if my heart make a decision, I will overrule it from the head. See what yeah, I don't, because my heart might be a little bit sentimental. You see what I mean? When it's not supposed to be. You know? I don't know. But anyway, I don't let my heart, you know. If you want, because I hear a lot of people, they keep going on as if the heart is God. The heart is not God. You know, the heart is not conscience. It's not the one shining the light. Yeah, human beings should get a grasp of this when they go on about their heart and whatever heart do. Yeah, that's your heart. But when you rise in yourself and you get to know the one who is the teacher, that one is not a heart. You know, it's not a human being, it's beyond we human beings. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, it's still a part of us human. Well, can't you see how far away the sun is from the earth? I swear the man them says 93 million miles. I don't know how them figure it out, but you know them come with a thing anyway. And look how warm the sun can be sometimes, even though it's so far away. You see what I mean? So when I'm telling you that this one that I'm telling you about is within your psyche, but beyond, you know, it shouldn't be so startling, because from beyond it shines the light that you can receive in the mind still. You see what I mean? But like I say, only correction can make one receive this light. And this correction now, like I say, it's the same correction whether we want to be saying we are males or female. You know what I mean? Because doing the right thing don't depend on anything physical. So the woman wouldn't have to lift up anything heavy to know how to live right. You see, because we already know it. When each being is doing wrong, they know the wrong that they're doing instinctively. Because conscience is in them, telling them. They say, you know, like if you never know what was wrong and you go and do what was wrong, the one in you would let you feel and know that this thing was wrong. Eh? But what I'm saying is, if we don't listen, if you have a teacher, because this is a school thing, you know. That's why I never learned anything in the physical school. Because I wasn't there long enough to listen to them. And if you can't listen, you can't learn. So it shouldn't be surprising that I'm not an educated man. And neither should it be surprising that I am an educated man within myself, because I'm explaining to you, I do it by listening, by paying attention diligently, if you know what I mean, to what the teacher is saying, if you know what I mean. When you learn to listen to yourself, you will be able to distinguish the conversation between the positive and the negative and make the correct choice, instead of getting confused by them. You know what I mean? This is what I mean. This is what I mean when you don't know yourself. You can be easily confused because you cannot distinguish now who is speaking within our being. If you know what I mean. Because you have two energies nattering away then, as it was. You have the negative energy and you have the positive energy. I call those energies the generators of thoughts. You know what I mean? And in a way, they are talking like how we talk. Like the negative might be saying, oh, well, why don't you rob that bank and get yourself out of that problem? And then the positive will be saying, leave the bank alone, it's not yours. You know, things like that. But if you are not listening, you won't hear this conversation. Your own thinking will cloud it out. So you are creating or following your own ways. You see what I mean? Because you don't know how to listen. Not even how to listen, but which voice to listen to within yourself. You know what I mean? Because like I'm saying, you could listen to the negative one as well. Because the negative one is always chattering away. You know what I mean? So you need to understand these energies to make yourself complete. And it's only after understanding ourselves that way can we be male or females fully. You understand? And maybe what they would call love each other in the correct way. Because if a man knows himself and the female knows herself, you have complete unity. You know what I mean? There'll be no chance, like say if that unity happen and say I went over there for a year and my wife was over here, that I would be over there going with another woman. And if she leave me and go for a year, I know she won't be over there going with another man. You know why? Because you know yourself. And when you know yourself, you don't lie and cheat to yourself. You can't. See what I mean? So lying and those things are finished. So that's when you can have an honest relationship. You dig it? Well, I've never had one of them still, you know. I've never had one. An honest relationship. Simply because I've never had a partner that was enlightened. Either I was blind and my partner was blind, or when I get enlightened, I am enlightened and my partner is not. You know, so it causes a lot of bubble. You know what I mean? That's why now I've kind of what I call withdraw from relationship. Because if I don't meet anyone who is enlightened, it doesn't make any sense. It's just I will just be behaving in the Hugh animal way. just for the sake of a bit of sex. And quite frankly, I'm a bit too old now just to go and have sex for the sake of sex. You know what I mean? If I have sex, it must be meaningful sex. So it must be with another enlightened being. And to find another enlightened being, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. So right now we just have to just monk it out, as we say, you know what I mean? Because when you are dealing with the truth, you just see, we have to be serious. No, it's not a joke thing, you know. So one have to be self-disciplined, whether it's in one sexual behavior, one whatever, love life, play, anything, you know. One bringing a discipline that is far above the discipline of the few animals, you know, because they're just working of instinct. If they feel like sex, they just run and, you know, maybe with a dog, a cat, or a man, or anything goes in their world as according to them, you know what I mean? Maybe go and have sex with a tree. Some of them donkey or mule. You see what I mean? But those things, like I say, only happens when we are living of our lower nature and have not yet made connection to the higher nature within ourselves. You see what I mean? Because we, like I say, the energies of positive and negative allow us to either rise or fall, depending on our choice. You see, because we are the one creating them. You see what I mean? Not only the life that we live in now, but our future life. You know? That's the thing. Well, when you are living as a human animal, a future life don't even come into your mind. You just full of lust and money and all them kind of thing and whatever, you know what I mean? So you're not going to be thinking that there is any meaning or even any consequences to your behavior, if you know what I mean. You more or less think, oh well, you only have one life to live, and when you die, so you might as well drink and do as much as you can, cram as much as you can into this one life, because whoops, one day your light's going to go out. And when your lights go out, you know, you see no more light again. You know what I mean? And that is natural to think like that when you are in that state of mind. Because don't forget, you know, we was all in this state of mind. We are not belittling, well, I am not anyway, belittling anyone who is in a lower state of mind. Because everyone, no matter how high state of mind you want to reach, you must have to have started from a lower state in it to reach. You couldn't have started up there. So we have all, well, I say we are all sinners then, we've all sinned. But what I'm saying, you know, a lot of people like to belie themselves when they do wrongdoing. You know what I mean? But actually wrongdoing is a lesson that teaches one, if one is willing to learn. So one can learn from the mistake. You see what I mean? Even if you kill, say you was a killer killing a couple men then. I don't know, you kill 100, I don't care how much you kill. As long as you're not yet dead, yeah, yourself. And then one day, it dawned on you that, listen, killing people is wrong. You know, it hit your soul fully. And you accept and say, yes, it is, what I'm doing is deplorable. It's wrong. I will no more killing and do no more of that. That's you forgiving for all the people that you think that you've killed. So you can't kill anyone. All you did was remove them from this state to the other state, because the spirit cannot die. You see what I mean? So the wrongs that we do, as you claim, are instantly forgiven by what you would call, well, it's not God forgive you, you know. You forgive yourself by, because forgiveness is a thing that have to be earned. God cannot give you forgiveness, neither can I give it to you. You earn forgiveness by realizing that the things that you're doing are not correct, they're wrong, and you change them and live differently. And if you was honest from the bottom of your heart, for those who like to deal with the heart, if you was honest from the bottom of your heart, once you make that change, you will work more enthusiastically for what is right. You know, because you would feel that you have to make up lost ground, as it was. If you spend so much time doing evil, and then one day when the truth hit you, you will be more fiery than me. Of course. Because you feel that, you'll be full of enthusiasm to spread the newfound love that you found within yourself. You see what I mean? And trying to alert every other being about this love that is within themselves. But funnily enough, to try and explain to the few animals, I like that new word, my friend coined it when we was reasoning on Twitter, few animals. To explain this to the few animals now is a very difficult thing. They will kill you if possible. If you should try and explain to them that, listen, there's great love in you, you can find out and all this. They don't want to know. They say, who are you? What do you know? And they would rather argue with you than accept what you are trying to tell them, that there is great potential within them. You see, they don't want to know, because like I'm telling you, these people don't want to know themselves. If you go and tell them about Jesus, so you can hold their attention, or Muhammad, or any one of the prophets, as long as you don't try and tell them about themselves, because they've been brainwashed to think that they are sinners and that they was born evil and wicked and that they can't approach God. So they have literally written themselves off. They don't want to know nothing about themselves. You see what I mean? They want to know about the prophets, the saints, God's Son, anything. You see what I mean? Last thing they want to know is about themselves. But what I'm trying to tell you now, no, you're mistaken. You are here to know about yourself, not about anybody else. Yeah, Jesus have his little life. If he was real, because he's not real, he's a cartoon character. No, I say like Harry Potter, fiction, But if he was real anyway, he's live and die already. You have a life now. You can't spend your life talking about him. You should be talking about you and living your life. You can't live your life talking about somebody else and how God sent him and telling me a lot of things, and you wasn't around when this character was supposed to be around anyway. Even Saturday I met a man in town, he's telling me about Jesus. So how can you tell me about Jesus, right? And you wasn't around. You were born in my age group. And as it happened, I was standing in Manchester, right? Beside, there's like the Jehovah's Witness are over there, and there's another Christian here going on with himself. And I spoke to both of them. And I tell the Jehovah's Witness, this Jesus that you are about, it's not real, and things like that. And then I went off talking to the other one. And then I says to the other one, how come, right, him down there pointing to the Jehovah's Witness, right, is telling me about a different Jesus from what you are saying? Don't forget, they're both Christian. You know what he says to me? That his Jesus is false. So I says to him, I'm going down there now to tell him what you says, because you are not there. So I went down there and says to him, hey, excuse me, that other man up there in the mic, he said your Jesus is false. So which one of these Jesus is correct? Because he's a Christian like you, and he's telling me what I just tell you, that your Jesus is false. And I tell this other man that I was up there telling him that not only is his Jesus false, so is yours. You know what I mean? But obviously they're not going to have it, are they? Because they are in love with things outside themselves. They hate themselves. So you can't tell them that God is within them, or that they have any intelligence within themselves. They would rather believe what they've been told, that they was born into sin. Yeah, we was born into a sinful world in the fact that we wasn't born into a world of light then, as it was. We were born into a world as children where the adults are misbehaving. And we get this impression from the adults that this is how life is supposed to be. So before we know it, we are programmed in a certain ways. You see what I mean? By the impression that we get of these few animals then, you know what I mean? We wasn't born amongst humans who are developed. Don't forget, you know, few animals is when we are living off our lowest nature. Humans is when we learn our higher nature. So there are very few humans in the world. You see what I mean? The majority are few animals acting just instinctively after money, plundering, you know, control, conquer, war, power, those kind of things, wanting to own the earth. Because when you are a few animal, you cannot see that you cannot own earth. You know, you have people telling you that England is their country. It's not your country. You're going to die and leave it here. You know the land, when you're born, you see this land here. And when you're dead, you left that. It is the few animals who has divided up this idiotic plan and planet Earth, talking about how England, Paris and Germany and, well, my friend says germs money and Spain and Africa and all this guy. This is planet Earth. You don't understand. Well, you won't understand this, like I say, until you are a human. You see? Because the few animals don't live as human. They live as animal, you know, tribal, separation, division. That's how they live. Countries, you know, always waving flags and you know, lots of idiotic behavior. Nothing that is about 1 trillion miles away from what a human would behave like. You see what I mean? Because they've not, like I say, correct their mistakes so that they can move on and reach the higher understanding that is within themselves. So you see what I mean? So even the man who is behaving like an animal or below the level of an animal, he's not behaving like, because the animal is behaving perfectly normal in its natural habitat and state. But the hue animal is behaving below the animal. And the reason why I say they're doing that, because they have the intelligence to be behaving higher. You see what I mean? So it's a terrible thing to behave like that when you are possessed with such intelligence. But nevertheless, that is how they are behaving. You see what I mean? And when you are behaving like that, this is where all this, like you see on planet Earth here today, war, killing, everything, you know what I mean? It's funny, it's just like my sister was showing me. The whole over that part is the Americas. You see what I mean? But only this part that the European they control all the Americas anyway, Canada everywhere. But they seem to name America as America and themselves as Americans. You're not no Americans, you're Europeans. The only Americans in America, in the Americas, is the native Indians that come from over those parts. Anyone else over there, like the Europeans who are running America, are invaders. Why don't you ask the native Indians that you got on reservation? If they think that what you did to their ancestors make you the great ruler of their home. Because it's not long ago since you slaughtered them, innit? Slavery hasn't been over that long. Apartheid just finished in America when? In the 60s. When black people was allowed to walk on the same side of the street, you know, those kind of things. So it's not long ago that, you know, the brutality of the system has inflicted those things. And it's still there up to this day. And people are proud, they're proud of America. They're proud when they see John Kerry going around the world pushing for war. Are the Americans trying to make up? I see a thing on the telly yesterday. NATO is having war drills all around Russian border and near Russian territory. So the Russians are doing a drill on their territory. And the Americans are complaining that Russians are doing military drill on their own land. When they are the one who's sending all the equipment for NATO, they are the one backing NATO to do drill. Russia should come and do a drill in Cuba. Right near your border. You know what I mean? Because, like I tell you, the chief evil force on the planet, Earth, well, they are all devils, you know. But are those men those European. I call you European as well, you know. I'm not going to say the Chinese, because the Chinese don't hold the power in America. Or the blacks, or any other foreigner in America. The white man hold the power. My brother. Don't forget we're from the same family, you know. It's a story like, have you ever heard the story that they tell you in the Bible about one brother, must be Joseph anyway, one father have a lot of sons. And he give one of them a pretty coat and the rest get jealous. It's something like that now how these brothers get jealous. You must have thought Africa was a pretty coat, so you get jealous. And decide to send I and I into slavery. But I am the one who is going to save you still. Because I'm your brother, ain't it? You know what I mean? You just sell me into slavery because you never know what you was doing. You was blind and ignorant. You still are. You know what I mean? So I don't take it personally that you sell me into slavery. Because when humans are not humans, when they are animals, you can't expect any better behavior from them. You know what I mean? So if I walk down the street or move anywhere on planet Earth and somebody say to me, oh, you black bastard, or you nigger, or get back to where you come from, or whatever. Well, when I was young, I would quick to take offense. I would, maybe, But what I'm saying now, that was when I was a human animal. I might react in that way. But now that I'm a human, you know what I mean? I feel sorry for the brother. Because then instantly from that come out of any being mouth, I know that this being is suffering from what I call animal behavior then, the lowest state of mind that a human being can find themselves in. And such a brother need my help rather than me attacking him for him calling me names. You know what I mean? You don't attack a sick man. Like I say, the better example I say is like, why would you want to attack a blind man if he walks into you when you can see that the man is blind? Because if you do it, you must be ignorant yourself. So those people who are uttering those kind of sound, they are blind souls. Why would I want to attack them or do anything? You know what I mean? I would be seeking for a way to help these. So I know that all the races on the planet, they don't upset me. You know what I mean? I am just puzzled as to what caused this disease in them. Well, I know what caused the disease, and I know how to help them as well. But they are so filled with their kind of hate that they would refuse the medicine that is good for them. If you know what I mean. But all that can be cured, because all that is just what's been programmed. And when you don't know yourself, of course you will hate yourself. Because he thinks that I'm different from him, so he's hating something different. He doesn't know that he's hating himself. But if he had known himself, he would not react to me in that way. Because he would have known instantly that I was just another spirit in a body just like him. Full of shit. You see what I mean? So when we're not, when we don't reach the heights, I say, we behave in unnatural ways then. We can't behave fair to either men, women, or what we would call black, white, you know what I mean? Everything is just, it's like, just, what do they call that level? You just work off your instinct. When you are a human animal, you don't work off what you know, or you don't work off the truth. You just work off anything that fly in your mind. So you can be anything. That's when I say now. When you are it is the human animals that are believers or unbelievers. And I say one create the other. The believers create the unbelievers. The reason for that is the believers, well, they're naturally crazy anyway. And then those who find out that they are crazy become unbelievers and end up crazy themselves. You see what I mean? Because one should not believe in God, one should know God. But the thing with God now, or what we're calling God, which the Hugh animals would never understand this. But when you're a Hugh animal, you can't understand God. Because to understand God, you have to clean up your action. And if you clean up your action, that means you're going to stop being a Hugh animal. You see what I mean? But God will only enter you now when you clean up the action of being a Hugh animal. Because the light of God don't go into Hugh animal. Why? It's in them, but it won't come, it won't enter the mind because the behavior is not right. You have to clean the mind, like I tell you. Clean water will not settle in a dirty glass. You understand? So you have to view your mind as a glass. And you have to view what I'm calling God as the water that is going to come in your glass. But only when you clean it up. Because if it come in there when the mind's dirty, it can't retain its cleanliness, you know what I mean? It get corrupted by your ignorance, you know what I mean? So you need to clean the ignorance out of your being that has been programmed into you. You see? Before the freshness of the light of the one can come in you. You see what I mean? And the only way for you to do this is to realize that the way that you're living or what you're doing is not right and to make correction. If you don't make correction, like I say, well, you go and believe. Or you don't believe, whatever it is. But you won't know. You see, that there's a reason and a purpose in life. You know, because there is a reason and a purpose in life. You know what I mean? Because when you are not a Hugh animal anymore, like I say, you get to understand the spiritual aspect of yourself. So you will know that, okay, you're a body, but you will know that you're a spirit as well. So you know that the body will die, and you know that the spirit carry on. That's why I don't put no teeth in what them call them dentures. Well, one of the reasons is as well is that I say dentures are out of date. The reason why I say they're out of date now, because they have a thing called implants now. You see what I mean? So I think I should have some implants. Now, they've got the technology on earth to give me implants, you know. But guess why I can't have it now? Not only me, you know. I'm not saying me. Any man who find a woman who find himself. Because we have no money. Because it's money run things, innit? But me being the soldier I am now, I'm thinking, well, that's no problem. Because when they come for me anyway, I won't be taking these teeth with me. I believe in them here, so I don't have to worry about the state of the teeth. If you know what I mean. I said, well, I like this one as well. Because if I put false teeth in, I said I could end up speaking some false words. Mr. Marius is laughing behind the camera. And I don't want to speak any false words. So you know what? I don't want any false teeth in my mouth. That's why I hang these big gnashers. I sent to Africa for these. Especially so that I can hang them around my neck. So when I feel like it, I can crunch people with some big bites. Don't believe that story anyway. Because sometimes anything you tell people, they believe it. I never sent to Africa for it, but it did come from Africa. Anyway, that's just a thing to show that, you know, sometimes we are taking pride in what, you know, like going back to the reasoning. Because it is about the female, how it's mostly life is based down there where Hugh animals and mostly the body. Yeah? So you will find out that when they are telling you that the most beautiful woman in the world, yeah, it's always somebody who's got to have straight hair, straight nose and light skin. You can't be black and beautiful and for them to think that you are the most beautiful person in the world. You know what I mean? But because you want them to think it, you have to pretend to look like them. You see what I mean? When I would say, what? You mean I must change my natural kink that the Creator give me? Now I don't know why, the Creator give everyone else straight hair and give me curly hair. I don't know. But I just know instinctively that everything is for a reason, and a good reason as well. So why would I now desire to alter that? If a next man tell me that I am ugly, or if he set some standard of beauty that now I have to follow him, Because when I look in the world and I see all the black people, if you can hear me, if you go in town anyway, look all in Africa, the whole lot of them, 99%. I take that back for it. I know that there's a little 5% of hardcore, who hold on to their natural hair. Rastas and certain of that, but the great majority are wearing wigs. Here I seen it where they go in India and cut off people here and China and some horse here, donkey here, and when people dead them cut off them here, and the hair business is one of the biggest in Africa about all the West Indian thing. Because black people want to look like them. Black people are unhappy with their hair. But the unhappiness that the more they wear their hair like that is the more they're showing you that they don't know who they are. And that they are haters of themselves. How God create them. Of course, when I'm speaking like this now and they hear it, because even my own daughter, they don't like it. You see what I mean? Because they don't know. It's like they're doing it. It's like, what do they call it? They are unconsciously doing it. I'm not saying that they're going out thinking, oh yes, I'm going to straighten my hair so I can look like a white person. It's an unconscious thing. It's a thing that has been programming them from generation and generation. You see what I mean? So, which now, they instinctively, maybe from in the womb, the baby girl is thinking, well, hey, why man have to straighten out her hair, Or when it burn, she see mother fry out the hair. So of course you're going to naturally feel that you can't look good unless you look like that. But what they're actually doing is try to look as close as possible to either white person, Indian or Arab. Anything that get them away from being who they are. You see what I mean? But any man on the planet Earth, a China man, white man, whoever man, when he meet a fire, he have to meet me like how me is here and everything, flat nose, Why like ugly and just like how Jack create me. So I love it, see? Yeah, man. I don't care how beautiful you are and claim that you is. Because like I'm telling you, I know where, where there's, what we call them, my sister, not me, my sister, I say invent the word. Few animals. But we love it so much. Those few animals. If the beauty that they are talking about, which is all the body and body, in a little while, I'm telling you, worm consume that, the fire. For the time, it becomes wrinkled up. Even though they're trying to do a bit of facelift and thing, it don't last in it. You say you have, even if you have 40, 50 years worth of sexy night, it soon mash up anyway. How much you have? 70 years worth of sexy night. After that you're done, you're broke down. Don't last. Worm eat it and all that, So what they're just showing off about what I call the temporal, Because like I said, down there they have things twisted. Completely. Where people believe that, like I said, if you come from Jamaica, they believe Jamaica belongs to them. And they own it. You see, what they do when you're in that state of mind, like I said, the minute you rise to the higher state, you realize that, Earth is just a transit, Yeah, fair enough. Because you are on a stopover, you can enjoy the fruits of the earth and have shelter and whatever. But why try and own it? It's not yours. You can't stay here. You see what I mean? But for some reason now, my brothers over there, because it's all done by other brothers, you know, they've decided that they can conquer what they call nature. You see what I mean? And the reason why they think they can do this now is because, like I said, positive and negative. It's literally like two teachers. You know, like knowledge and wisdom. So they've gone along with knowledge. You see what I mean? But not knowing that knowledge is supposed to work with wisdom. So they've run off with knowledge and it's so now. And now thinking that they are God. That they can explain everything. And I said, oh yeah man, my scientist. I don't know, which one of your scientists was it? Do you know? That said it was the Big Bang. That start everything and you know. Another man say it's natural selection and the fittest of the fittest. You see what I mean? So the humans, the human animals, I mean, I'm always finding the human animals are living now of this what they call Darwin theory. Because they have one scientist one time tell them that you know how things go is like the fittest of the fittest. You see? So they've decided that okay, yeah, Darwin is right. I tell you what we do now. Him setting scientists about to develop the best weapons to defend himself, because he knows that in his term the fittest is the strongest. If you know what I mean. So he makes sure that he's got lots of arms. Him got enough arm here now, as can do what I hear, that the type of weapon he have could blow up the earth. Some nuclear, you know what I mean? That's why he's so hell-bent. Because he think he's following Darwin theory that it is the fittest of the fittest that survive. You see what I mean? So in their world, when you fall down to the lower animal instinct level of life, where Darwin and those men exist, they devise a plan to say, like I say, it's the fittest of the fittest. You know what I mean? So they will kill out the weaker so that the stronger can survive. You know? If they say that, if they know those people over there are weak and they are a little isle, they'll go over there and kill all of them and take the isle. You see what I mean? That's how they run things on that level. But if they was looking from their higher spiritual self, they would see nothing about no fittest of the fittest. You know? If they did see any fittest of the fittest, they would say the fittest help the unfit. You know? The fittest though kill the unfit and tell them that, oh well, we are stronger than you, so we have to kill you, like, you know. We must survive, as it was, because in our religion. But that is how they are living under what I call a Darwin theory. You know what I mean? Which Darwin wasn't a man of morality, was he? You know about this brethren Darwin, anyone who ever read his life, or because I have never read his life, but I know instinctively that he was an idiot. You know what I mean? When I say he's an idiot, don't bother think, oh, well, the man come up with what him call him theory, whatever him theory is, the fittest of the fittest, and he was a scientist, and yeah, that's a clever scientist. But I'm saying he couldn't have been a moral man either, because if he was a moral man, not only would he teach science, but he would teach the higher way of living. But I don't hear anyone ever say how Darwin was teaching about conscience and what him find out and know about conscience. So that means a man like Darwin never know himself. And from you don't know yourself, anything that you are going on about is idiocy. You know what I mean? Yeah, you might find out about the electric light, but like I'm saying, you know, that is not, that is just physical knowledge. And those who have knowledge without morality, like I'm saying, are not humans. They are still animals. Meaning that they are existing on the lower levels of the mind. Just like I say, most of the educated being the highest what they call academic achievers on planet Earth are still operating on the lower levels of the mind. You You see what I mean? Your greatest scientists, your greatest theologian and philosophers, or whoever you want to call them, are still operating on the lower levels of the mind. Why? Because they are not living a moral life. See what I mean? And me, I say, who was never, well, anyone who know me knows how stupid I am anyway. Education-wise, I'm on about. I've never been to any educational institution. But I back myself to destroy anyone who's been to anywhere studying anything. When I say destroy them, I mean just by using simple truth. No matter what, they can't know anything that I don't know. Where truth is concerned. I'm not saying they know better about accounting and science, but where truth is concerned, you can't do it. You can't do it, right? Even if you was an angel. You see what I mean? You know, when you get to know yourself, well, when you know the self that I know, then I cannot be defeated by no human, either living or dead, anywhere, either singular or a group of them. Why? Because when they encounter me, they're going to be dealing with the Supreme One. I am not the Supreme One, but I can reflect the light of that one, the light of conscience. There ain't no way any being can out-reason me. See what I mean? Not because I'm looking, and not because I'm going childish, like I say, and laugh like an idiot. I just like laughing, because I find it all funny. You know what I mean? But if I was ever to get serious, and be speaking truth serious, there's no being who ever come out a woman. Never mind if it was you know the Jesus that you are on about, right? And Muhammad and Buddha and all the great beings who has ever walked on planet Earth, yeah? If they should assemble on Earth now while I'm spitting fire, guess what they would do? Just sit and listen and say, yes, go on fire, go on. They would be so happy, to hear the truth that I'm spitting, because they know that this is they can't interrupt unless I get tired and they want to carry on. Just like if I hear another man speaking the truth who know it, I will just allow him to go on. You know what I mean? But don't forget, like I say, I could make I could educate the whole universe. The reason why I'm so super duper confident about that is I have seen the one. You know what I mean? So I know the one beyond knowing the one, if you know what I mean. But I don't know the one still, because the one is unknown. It's a paradox. God is a paradox. God is the light and the dark, the known and the unknown. You see, but on one level, I told you the dark is negative, isn't it? Yeah, on a second level. But on the other level, it's not negative, because the light comes from out of the dark. Dark is the original, the first principle, where light comes from. You see what I mean? So God comes from himself, the dark, turn into the light. Funny, isn't it? Well, I think those things are funny anyway. It's also funny when we end up now thinking to ourselves that, listen, God is a man, and then the woman thinking that we have been unfair to us, say, no, God is female. And wait, so we end up arguing. Listen, God is not a man and God is not a woman. God is not male or female. God is beyond male and female. We are male and female. You see what I mean? Just like when we are on earth, the sun is the sun. It's not a man or a woman. It's just a sun-shining light. We are on the earth receiving that light, but we are male and female and can enjoy the light of the sun. And same thing with God. God is not a man, God is not a woman, but we can enjoy the light of God as male and female. How God created us to be. You see what I mean? Fulfilling, one to the other. But don't go thinking that God is on this side or on that side. God is not on anyone's side. And He's not interested in choosing anyone, and don't have any favorites or any special body or anything. You know what I mean? He's not interested. Once you are here with the choice. You know what I mean? We would have known this earlier if we was born into a world that was positive, innit? But we was born into a world that is negative. So it takes us a long time to realize. You see, by the time we realized we was programmed, and a lot of us never escaped the programming anyway. You see what I mean? So we don't know who we are, and we can't understand who we are. We don't know who we are as male and female, you know. We abuse each other, you know. Like I say, the state of male and female now, as I see it here on earth, is just they reduce it just to the woman just to a sex thing then. That's not me. That doesn't mean man and woman shouldn't have sex, you know, because if we never had sex, there will be no human around. Of course, we should have sex and enjoy sex as well. But I'm saying in the right way. Not with Tom, Dick and Harry. Or when you go out and you drink drunk and, you know, oh, fancy, my fancy, right? You know? That is just what I call dirty sex. Don't forget, you know, I've indulged in dirty sex before myself. I wasn't always like I am now. I'm just saying, you know, that we have to learn to change our ways. You know what I mean? Because if you don't, when you change your ways, it's going to change your sex life, your play, like whatever you're going out, everything in it have to come under order. You're going to bring yourself in order where you stop behaving loose. You see what I mean? No woman who is looking for a man or walk in the street to a man because she see the man body fit or she hears him have a big wood and she gone with him is going to find love or get any. You're not going to find nothing. And any man who is just running on a woman because she look crisp, I will call her nice because she got long hair and you ain't going to find no love that way, because most women who think that they are beautiful are ugly. But I say you're ugly, yeah, your body look good. I'm not going to say your body don't look good, but inside yourself you're so stupid and backward. I wouldn't want to have sex with any idiot like that just because you have a pretty body. No. Especially now that I'm saying I've reached an age where I'm learning. I say my last relationship was 20 years there with that partner. Since that finished about 5 years ago, I haven't been with no woman. Why? Because I don't want to go with any woman whose mind is not developed. You understand? I don't care how pretty your body wants to look, and even my body instinctive, because your body can operate and feel. But say, no, behave yourself. No, do nothing. You better wait until you find somebody who is spiritually developed. If you cannot find anyone who is spiritually developed when you're living physically, leave it until you're dead. What's the hurry? Life is forever, innit? I don't know why people are always in a hurry. I'm not in no hurry. I can wait. So I intend to wait. You see what I mean? Because one thing with me, before we wind down this reasoning, I love women. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, you know, I love men as well. I love my friend. But there is time when I would need a kiss or a cuddle. I don't want to kiss no man or cuddle no man. I feel a warm hug. You know what I mean? A man cannot give me a warm hug. He can't touch me. He cannot give me a warm hug and, you know, or give me a smile that a woman can give me. Or a man don't smell like a woman either. I like the way a woman smell. You know what I mean? Cuddle up to a woman. I want to cuddle up to no man. I love man to the bones. I'm a brethren them. You see what I mean? But when it comes to now a kiss and a cuddle, a caress, a kind of laughter. You can laugh with your male friends, but a laughter with woman is different, isn't it? And I love that different. You know what I mean? So I need, as an example, then a mate. You know, to share my happiness with, and for she to share her with me. for she to help me to grow and for me to help her to grow spiritually, so that we can grow. And not only grow in this life, continue to grow in the next. You see what I mean? I'm looking for what I call a long-term relationship, one that is going to last beyond the earth, you know what I mean? Into eternity. Because there's endless universe, isn't it? I love to travel. So I want me and my partner to zip around the universe, because we'll be free then to do whatever we want. You see what I mean? You know what I mean? And in my way of seeing things then, the way that we are as beings then, is that the female has got certain talents, and so has the male. When we bring them together, they produce whatever males and female need to enjoy themselves. You see what I mean? But this only happens when the male knows himself. Which, when I say know himself, I say when the man know God, yeah? Because God are going to teach him how to behave. And when the woman knows God and God teach her how to behave, and we come together, that's bliss. You understand? Because out of that relationship will come faithfulness, loyalty, laughter, love, joy, caresses, kisses, hugs, everything that one could ever need. Anyway, I and I have been rapping for a long time about, well, the reason was mainly about how the female principle and female themselves are kept under here on earth. But I'm saying that only happened because this has been done to them by few animals, and we're using the word few animals to describe when you fall down, when you are living off your lower nature, because we have two natures. We can choose to be positive or negative. Those who choose to be negative fall down the ladder of what we call the human chain and become few animals. They still look like humans, you know, because they dress nice and all that kind of thing. But when they speak and by their action, you can tell that these are not developed humans. These are still few animals. You know what I mean? So the few animals, them would be like, say, the system that is running the earth, the American system, and you see them producing guns and bombs and encouraging people to kill each other around the world, and is dishing out all kind of. Those are the behavior of the few animals, because the planet now is not governed by human beings, but is governed by few animals whose eyes have not yet opened, so who act irrationally and blindly. You know what I mean? I mean, how could you say, for instance, be making weapons to kill, as an example, say some tanks, and then you're selling 500 to Saudi Arabia and you're showing up, oh yes, I am selling 500 tanks to Saudi, and the people in your country think that you are doing something good when you are selling machines to kill other human beings on the planet. But so is the way of the few animals, I say, are the blind souls that populate up this particular planet. You know what I mean? When we rise up, when our eyes wake up, it is our duty, I say, to fight to see if we can enlighten this planet and bring it into line with any other planet in the universe that the light is shining amongst other beings living anywhere. I don't know if the light is shining amongst them. I know that it is not shining here because the few animals is running things. Anyway, I have been rapping for a long time now, and I think it's about time on this Sunday afternoon that I go and build myself a spliff. What do you think? Anyway, I is going to reel out from the firehouse, and we'll meet you on another reel where we'll find something else to spit about. Reel out, fade out, and fire out from the fire.